Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to our platform. So today we're having an amazing guest all the way from Germany, and we wanna discuss about the opportunities to study in Germany. So welcome so much, the lady lawyer. You can introduce yourself and what specifically do you do from at your channel so that people can get also to know a little bit, and her link will be on the decision box over here. Welcome so much, our guest today.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who is watching. My name is Victoria, and I am the one at the Lady Lawyer channel. We have a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, and basically what we talk about is issues around studying, basically studying in Germany and in Europe, and of course issues around the diaspora community. So I'm from Nigeria, and I can relate very well with issues of Nigeria and people of Nigerian, West African, and African descent. And so the issues you need to pay attention to when you want to study here or diaspora concerns are the things that we discuss on the channel. Also, I've already mentioned that I'm a lawyer, and I've studied previously both in West Africa and in South Africa, and now I'm currently in Germany. I'm a PhD researcher in international criminal law. So hence the lady lawyer, because I am a lawyer and I'm a lady. So yeah, I would like you to also come around to the channel, take a look around, and maybe ask questions. If there's anything you're interested in, I'll be happy to welcome you over there.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about the opportunities available in German, like scholarship opportunities. If you are to mention some of them, what are they?
Okay. Scholarships are a complicated subject, but we'll try to break it down as much as possible. Um, the major scholarship granting agency in Germany is called the DAAD. It's a long name in Germany, but basically it's the authority that kind of aggregates all scholarship authority. I mean, scholarship opportunities in Germany. So there are many opportunities on the website. You can check www.daad.de to look at the opportunities that are available. It's a very complicated website, but if you put in your filters of the courses you're interested in and what maybe semester and things like this, you can see the scholarship opportunities. The thing you have to note when you are looking to apply for scholarship in Germany is that everything in Germany is very document heavy. So be ready, be prepared to put in as many documents as possible. Don't be discouraged. You have to produce this and produce that. But the scholarships here are very nice in the sense that you will have a very easy life if you have gotten a scholarship, because they pay for your living expenses. If you have children, they even give you allowances for your children. If you have, and because it's mostly tuition free, so you don't have to pay tuition. So as a student with a scholarship, you probably don't even need to work if you don't want to work. So you can finish your studies on time, and it's very easy. But be ready for the hard work. Apart from the DAAD, you also have tons of foundations and political parties that give scholarship. So there are three categories. There's the DAD, which is the government funding agency, and there are foundations, political parties. So most of the major political parties in Germany give scholarships around what they do. So for example, you have the Green Party. The Green Party will give scholarships to students who are studying things around sustainability, agriculture, those kind of topics. You can maybe most likely easily find a scholarship with the Green Party. There are other parties that are interested in women issues, who will give scholarship for people who are studying gender, and all of this kind of stuff. There are parties that are interested in development issues that will give scholarship to people who are studying in that field. So it depends. But generally, I mean, even the major disciplines, medicine, law, engineering, you can find scholarships. There are also private organizations. So companies like Volkswagen, Mercedes Benz, they give a lot of scholarship to students who are studying in the engineering and tech, with the hope of absorbing them into their companies when they are done studying. So for students who are very particularly excellent, who are studying something in engineering, they could find scholarship with Mercedes Benz, for example. And then you have private individual foundations. So somebody is a millionaire, he died, his family created a foundation in his honor. There are tons of those as well. And you just need to do a bit of research, in your field, and I'm sure you'll find something that you can that will be useful. If you want to learn more about scholarships, I have a full video on scholarships in Germany that really breaks it down. So it's not something we can talk about in a few minutes. Yeah, so you can look on the Lady
I was
Lawyer
about to
channel.
say the same
Yeah.
thing. The same thing. Yeah. So I'll just put the link down there. People, even when I take that video, I can put the link down there so that people can watch it direct.
Yeah.
And what about the estimated living costs for students? Average,
Okay.
roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about Germany is that it's not expensive in a sense of comparing it to maybe North America, like in the US or Canada or even the UK. Germany is quite minimal. Number one, you don't have tuition fee. So most schools in Germany are free. Most public schools. So the only schools where you have to pay tuition fee are the private schools. And for public schools, only one region of the country charges tuition fee. So only the region of Baden-Württemberg charges tuition fee, and the tuition fee is just €1,500 per semester. So that's also not expensive compared to other parts of the world. So basically, you are the only other exception to the rule is that for professional programs like LLM, like MBAs, they may charge tuition fees in public universities. So that's very important. But other than that, public universities in Germany are tuition free. So that's one thing you don't have to pay for. However, there are certain things you have to pay attention to. Every semester, you have what they call the semester contribution. So this is a nominal fee that every student pays to contribute to the administrative running of the university. So generally in Germany, it is between 200 and 500 euros. You can find the amount for your university somewhere between those two. In my university, we pay around 350 euros every semester. So that's just twice a year. So that's not a lot. Number two, you have to focus on your housing. So housing, it also ranges from city to city, depending on what things cost where you live. Smaller towns are a bit cheaper than bigger cities in some instances, And then health insurance. Health insurance is very crucial. In Germany, it is illegal not to have health insurance, and it's something you have to pay for. The good thing is that many universities have arrangements with companies. So they offer private health insurance to students at a reduced rate. And if you're also below 30, you can get into public health insurance a bit cheaper than others. So that's something to also note. You may also have to pay for language course. So the good thing also is that many universities have free language courses, that they offer to their students. Then, of course, your living expenses, general food, entertainment, nightlife, all of this, you have to think about the cost. So generally, the government in Germany, every year or every 2 years, they make an estimate, and they adjust it for inflation on what they are, the amount they think an international student or a student generally would need. So the amount is the same for German students and international students. And the cost estimate for the year 2021 is 861 euros per month. So for every month that you will be registered as a student, you have to show that you have 861 euros. And there are 3 ways to show it. You can either show a proof of parental income. If your parents are making this amount of money every month, you can show proof by showing bank account to the embassy. You can also block money, what we call a Sperrkonto, a blocked account. So we keep all of that money for if you have a 1-year program. So it will be 861 euros times 12, which is around 10,332 euros. So you keep that money in an account, in a German account, you block it there, and then provide the proof to the embassy while applying for a visa. So that's the second way. And the third way, of course, is having a scholarship. So most scholarships are even a bit more generous than this. So they will give around between 800 and 900 euros a month for first degree students. For master's students, the average is around 1,200 euros. And there are other funders that pay a lot more than that. So those are the 3 ways in which you can show money. But we have already talked about scholarship, which is the best. But if you have money or your parents have money, then that's also another way. But you can expect for 2021, 861 euros per month.
And what about the transport? Do the students have a discount, maybe of 50% or something like that?
Yes, I forgot to mention about transport. So among your semester contribution in all
Yeah.
German cities, the transport is included. So you are able to travel
Oh, okay.
unlimited for the entire
Mm.
semester in your city and around your city. So in Berlin, for example,
Yeah.
when you buy your students, you pay your semester contribution. You can just there's a machine that we
Get
use.
get a card, okay?
Your student card is the same student card that you have, and it just marks
Mm.
it that you have paid, and you can
Mm.
go anywhere in the city for 6 months without paying any transport again. It's already included, so
Oh,
it's a huge
okay.
discount for
Yeah, huge
students.
discount.
And you
Okay.
can also travel to some neighboring towns as well with it. So you can go to places like Potsdam and a few other places around. So it's a region arrangement. So in your region, you are able to travel
Mm.
unlimited. So that's a really nice one.
Yeah. And do students allowed to work? And if they're allowed to work, how many hours per day or per week
Okay.
in a week?
Yes. Students are allowed to work, but students are allowed to work an a limited amount of time. So in Germany, I think, like we were discussing earlier as well, it's about 20 hours a week, 140 full days or 240 half days. So you can work
Mm.
you can work for the whole year for 20 hours every week. That's allowed. If you want to work for more than 20 hours a week, you want to work 40 hours a week, you are only allowed to work 120 full days. So that's half of the year you can work. Maybe when you are doing your thesis, you have more time or something. You can work for, or you want to do an internship, and they only allow full
Mm.
time. You can work for 120 full days. I think that's about 3 months. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it.
And can someone who is working part-time be able to fund some of the expenses?
Yes, absolutely. I think that there are different, I think, three categories of income in Germany. So there's the mini job. The mini job is somebody who earns less than 450 euros in a month. When you have a mini job, you don't have to pay tax. Then there's the normal, I think that there's a MIDI. MIDI is below 1,000 euros, and then normal is above 1,000. So if one is earning above 1,000 euros, then you can fund your studies, because the expenses that the government has calculated, including accommodation and everything, is around 861 euros. So if you earn 1,000 euros, you're able to work. And most students' job on a reduced hour would pay maybe around 11 euros per hour.
Oh, okay.
So most likely you
Yeah,
can you can, yes, most likely you
because also
can.
there's some reduction on some of the expenses, so meaning the remaining amount can be used to fund some of the stuff.
Of
So,
course. And
any advice to new incoming students?
Germany is a very is a very interesting place. I think the first advice I would typically give incoming students to Germany is to understand that Germany is Germany and they will have to learn German. So I think this is very basic, but many people don't realize that, okay, it's not it's not my country.
No,
People don't speak English here.
but Germany is in Europe, so we know
Yeah.
countries in Europe they speak English. That's what we
Hey, not
know.
all. If you go over to France, there if you go to Poland, you probably not find people speaking English. It's just that we take it for granted that people will speak English. But if you're not even in big cities, a lot of people are unwilling to speak English because they are also not sure of their English. So even if you have
Mm,
found a program that
yeah,
you maybe is an English language program that you are coming to study, you
yeah.
must realize that you probably will not be able to make friends, and you will have a very lonely existence if you don't make efforts to learn German. And also, it's about your
Mm,
life after you finish studying. If you want to stay, you want to find a job, you want to maybe find a partner, you need German. So this is important, I think. I think that's the first thing I like to tell people. I think another thing I like to tell people is the fact that you have to be prepared for a change. Everything is different. So something like food. Some of us like food. I like African food. I enjoy I enjoy my food. I enjoy my spices. You know, in West Africa we
Especially
eat a lot of
fufu.
spice.
Fufu.
Yes, yes. So you have to understand the fact that you may not find the things that you are used to, and you have to be willing to adapt. So willing to make changes. Another thing is the weather. I don't know how the weather is like where you are, but here is in winter it's not very nice. It's cold, it's really cold, and it can be depressing. And this is something that one must be used to. If you come from a country where it's sunny all the time, you know,
Yeah.
you have to be ready to adjust. So for me, it's just a general advice around being open, being willing to make adjustments. And I think also we have to kind of leave some of the ideas we have behind. But some people have ideas like, oh, I don't date people that are not like me. If you live in a city where you won't even find 100 black people, what do you do? So
You
you have
have
to
to
be
do
open-minded.
what the Romans are doing. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, being open minded, being willing to make friends, willing to talk to people, willing to get out of your shell. If you're an introvert, you have to learn a little bit to be slightly extroverted so that you can make friends. Because, for example, Germany, a lot of Germans are introverted people. You know, that's the culture. They don't really come out of their shell. So if you two, you are like that, you can live here for 20 years and make no friends. And that's not ideal. Yeah, but I mean, I've been here and it's been a really nice time. It's not perfect, but it's been quite good. And I think studying in Germany, the reputation of Germany is very high. You know, the reputation of Germany is very high. The quality of education is very high. Quality of training and research is very high. So even if you just study here and you go somewhere else, your the quality of your certificate will be really, really respected everywhere in the world. So I think this is something that must be remembered, you know, and you can make a sacrifice for it. Yeah.
Yeah. There is one more last question I've seen here on the live chat. Like, does age matters on undergraduate courses application?
For application, no, age does not matter. I'm not aware that age matters. I know a lot of people who are older, who are even in their 40s,
But
who are applying for
I think on
undergraduates.
scholarship there's some limitations only. I think when you are above 25 or 20 something, but on normal application it doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. And it depends on the scholarship and who is granting it. In many instances, you know, nobody even asks about your age or looks at your age. I've never had it matter for me. I don't know anybody that it mattered for, but maybe for specific scholarship providers, they may be interested in certain age groups, but generally, no.
Thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate so much for the information you just laid to us. So for more info, people will have to check on your channel. So
Yes.
go to her channel and subscribe over there. Also, if you wanna get in touch to her, you can to her channel. There's a link to her Instagram, so you can contact her over there for more info about studying in Germany. So wish to see you there.
Yes, yes,
they
yes.
say
Please
they
come
say
over there.
bonjour. Bonjour, is it German, right? Bonjour.
No, that's French.
Oh.
That's French, okay. But at this point, we
Yeah.
won't say hello anymore. We'll say see you there. So bis später, yeah, bis später, yeah. So see you over there. Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you very much for having me. I've had a great time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right.